Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by McCollum. Chisels into the paint, flicks it up and in!
Irving, dancing, prancing, pulls up, three-pointer, bang!
Doncic, 5 to shoot. Against Harden, Doncic lines it up. It goes! He is that guy!
Welcome back to another thrilling NBA playoff analysis. Today, we're diving into a captivating Western Conference semifinal showdown between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks. As we gear up for these thrilling semifinals, featuring MVP candidate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander against Luka Doncic, let's relive the remarkable journeys that brought our contenders to this pivotal stage. Today, we'll highlight the intense battles that saw the Mavericks triumph over the Clippers and the Thunder execute a stunning sweep against the Pelicans. Buckle up as we delve into the highlights that define these matchups, setting the stage for what promises to be an unforgettable next round. This NBA regular season, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks faced off for times, with the Thunder winning 3 of these matchups. However, it's important to note that 3 of these games were played without key players Kyrie Irving or Luka Doncic, which significantly influenced the outcomes. Moreover, the Mavericks transitioned from being an offensively focused team to emphasizing defense after acquiring PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. For a more relevant analysis, let's focus on their meeting on February 10th, a game that featured both Luka and Kyrie, alongside Maxi Kleber, Derek Jones, and Josh Green. While this lineup isn't expected to start in the upcoming series, it offered a glimpse into the Mavericks' strategy and potential. In this game, the Thunder's lineup included Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, and Luguentz Dort. The Thunder struggled to protect the paint, with Gafford scoring 19 points in just 17 minutes, highlighting a key area of concern. Luka was dominant, but a 20-point lead by the Mavericks almost evaporated as they got sloppy, allowing the Thunder to close the gap to 5 by halftime. Josh Giddey and Luguentz Dort had several open three-point opportunities, but only converted for out of 15, underscoring the Mavericks' defensive gamble to let them shoot, a tactic we'll delve into more in the detailed matchup section. While the regular season games provide some insights, they should be approached with caution as predictors of playoff outcomes, given the changes in team dynamics and playoff pressure. In the first round of the playoffs, the Oklahoma City Thunder displayed dominant form, sweeping the New Orleans Pelicans with ease. The absence of Zion Williamson left the Pelicans floundering, managing a meager average of 89.5 points per game. The Thunder capitalized on this, controlling the game pace throughout the series. The closest contest came in Game 1, tied at 90 until the final minute when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hit a crucial and one-driving floating jump shot after a mismatch with CJ McCollum. Conversely, the Dallas Mavericks faced a tougher challenge, overcoming the Los Angeles Clippers in 6 games marked by intense defense. Despite Kawhi Leonard's limited participation due to health issues, playing only 2 games, the Mavericks demonstrated formidable defensive prowess. They managed to significantly restrict James Harden and Paul George, particularly notable in Game 6, where the duo went to 416 from beyond the arc and combined for only 22 points in Game 5. As the Thunder and Mavericks prepare for their upcoming series, the contrasting styles from the first round set the stage for an intriguing matchup. The Thunder's young and vibrant team will be tested like never before, facing a Mavericks defense that has proven capable of stifling even the most dynamic offenses. This series will be a true test of the Thunder's ability to perform under playoff pressure, and will highlight the Mavericks' defensive strategies designed to disrupt their opponent's rhythm. Let's dissect the pivotal matchups for this series, particularly spotlighting the Dallas Mavericks' offensive strategies against the Oklahoma City Thunder's defense. Now impacted by injuries to Tim Hardaway Jr. and Maxi Kleber, expect Luguentz Dort on Luka Doncic, Jalen Williams on Kyrie Irving, Chet Holmgren on Daniel Gafford, Josh Giddey and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on Derek Jones Jr. and PJ Washington. These absences modify the Mavericks' rotation and adjust their offensive strategy from a versatile 5-out system to one centering more around the rim, utilizing Daniel Gafford, who typically doesn't stretch the floor with three-point shooting. Matchup dynamics. Luguentz Dort versus Luka Doncic. Dort will be tasked with defending Doncic, challenging him to manage Luka's scoring and playmaking abilities. Without Kleber, who often engaged in pick-and-pop plays that pulled defenders like Chet Holmgren away from the basket, the Mavericks may lean more on Gafford or Derek Lively's pick-and-roll game with Doncic or Kyrie Irving, which could stress the Thunder's interior defense. Chet Holmgren's role on defense. Holmgren's rim protection will be crucial, His ability to contest shots and switch onto guards like Doncic and Irving will be tested, particularly in scenarios where he has to navigate screens and potentially guard quicker opponents in space. The Thunder's defense in the paint will hinge significantly on his performance, rotational challenges. Interior defense adjustments. When Holmgren is off the floor, Oklahoma City loses a vital element of their rim protection. This period might see Jalen Williams struggle against robust pick-and-roll plays from Luka and Derek Lively. Also, the Mavericks might exploit the Thunder's weaker interior defense through aggressive drives, especially from role players like Derek Jones Jr. and P.J. Washington, who are not traditional three-point threats but can penetrate effectively. Managing defensive assignments, the Thunder must also address their perimeter defense carefully. Should Doncic or Irving draw double teams, it could free up players like Jones and Washington for drives or cutback plays, not necessarily for outside shooting. SGA's role will be critical here. Avoiding foul trouble and managing physical matchups without overcommitting will be key. By addressing these specific defensive challenges and maintaining strategic flexibility, the Thunder can aim to neutralize the Mavericks' adapted offensive strategies. This series promises to highlight key tactical battles that could dictate the pace and outcome of the games. In the offensive scheme for the Thunder against Dallas's defense, their approach remains a subject of strategic ambiguity. Historically this season, many teams, including Dallas, have positioned their centers to guard Josh Giddey, encouraging him to shoot from the perimeter. A tactic reminiscent of how teams previously guarded Russell Westbrook. For individual matchups, Derek Jones Jr. is expected to primarily defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, with P.J. Washington on Chet Holmgren. Meanwhile, Luka Doncic might be assigned to Luguentz Dort. Although Dallas might look to minimize his defensive workload due to his knee issues, possibly leaving Kyrie Irving to take on Jalen Williams. This specific pairing presents a potential mismatch in favor of the Thunder, given Kyrie's size disadvantage against Williams. Oklahoma City might exploit this by having Williams aggressively target Kyrie, especially if no switches occur. Jalen, who was relatively passive in regular season matchups against Dallas, is anticipated to increase his offensive aggression in this series. The Thunder's offensive strategy typically involves isolating SGA to exploit mismatches created through high screens, aiming for switches that position him against weaker defenders, a tactic they refined against the Pelicans. However, Jones will need to navigate screens effectively to prevent easy switches, which could be crucial in disrupting SGA's rhythm. Dallas might counter by positioning P.J. Washington due to his height advantage, while Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively anchor the rim protection, leaving Josh Giddey open. The outcome of these matchups could pivot on Giddey's ability to convert open threes. Should he succeed, Dallas might need to adjust their defensive assignments, potentially shifting Kyrie to guard Giddey, moving Daniel to Holmgren, and PJ to Williams. Such adjustments will be pivotal as Dallas consistently stations a center to fortify the rim, presenting a robust challenge for the Thunder's penetration efforts. This series is set to be a showcase of thrilling basketball, featuring a potential face-off between two of the league's brightest stars, Luka Doncic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Both young players are in the running for MVP this year, and their head-to-head battles could define the future of the NBA. As we witness more seasoned teams clash in other Western Conference series, this matchup highlights the rising dominance of the league's youthful talent. With the series potentially stretching to 6 or 7 games, the intensity is guaranteed to be high. What are your thoughts on this electrifying series? Who do you think has the edge? Will it be Luka's versatility and leadership, or Shai's dynamic playmaking that makes the difference? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's discuss which team you're rooting for and why. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis. We continue to track the rising stars of the NBA.